Coming up next on ITV, tributes to the Wiltshire man who fooled the country with his crop circle creations.
Join us after the break.
Hello and welcome to Friday's programme. I'm John T. Messer.
And I'm Victoria Davis. Coming up tonight between now and 6:30. Food banks across the southwest struggle to cope with demand as more people turn to them during the summer holidays.
It's how we have to survive, so it's better to give the kids something than nothing.
Also this evening, tributes to the Wiltshire man credited with inventing crop circles and fooling enthusiasts for years.
He didn't believe it would ever die. It would always be there, and there would always be new circle makers, and there would always be new people who believe that people can't make circles.
With the football,
100 new homes could be built on the site.
Now, tributes have been paid to the man credited with inventing crop circles and fooling people around the world for years. Doug Bauer has died at the age of 94.
Well, along with a friend, he began the hoax that left many convinced that the mysterious circles were in fact the work of alien forces. Robert Murphy has more.
The dizzying designs have divided opinion. These are circles from just the last few months. Crop circles really started appearing, though, in the 1970s. Could people do this, some asked, or another kind of force? Every summer, many wondered until, in 1991, Doug Bauer admitted that he and his mate Dave Chorley had been hoaxing for years. All they used was a wooden board, a rope and brain power.
Well, how on earth intelligent people of that sort, professors etc., can just walk into a cornfield and see some flattened corn and make all this out of it over the years? I mean, we're astounded as anyone else.
We used to laugh.
Everybody giggles at the way Doug used to demonstrate with his stomper board, and it was a piece of wood about 1 metre wide with a piece of rope, and it looked quite comical because nobody had ever seen this before, with an old gentleman with a board stomping down crop in a field. And he also used to have this strange little monocle that he'd made on a baseball cap, and he used to line it up with something in the distance, and it would enable him to create a sort of straight line as he was going along the field. And I mean, you see this old guy, baseball cap, strange monocle, stomping board, walking across a field, and you're thinking late at night, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But of course it made history.
We have many of those, but 50 are really, really, really credible.
History which captured the imagination of people around the world. Monique Klinkenberg is so intrigued by crop circles that she set up this museum in Honey Street in the Pewsey Vale. She says learning of Doug's admission was a setback. You sort of square your belief with what he said.
Oh, I truly believe there is an authentic phenomenon going on. And later they confessed that there was a mysterious force driving to make the circles. It could be true because if you talk to the people who make the circles, they also experience strange light phenomena, strange sound phenomena, sudden additions. Though I think there's a common thing between the, call it, researchers and hoaxers. And I think it would be great to look at that.
But what about the farmers? Many wished the circles would just go away. It costs them thousands of pounds in lost crops, but they do have a nagging respect.
How, they've been done in the time that, you only get 5 hours of darkness, if that, during the summer months. And, some of these formations that you see are really sort of quite mind-blowing as to how they've been created in such a short time.
And it's expensive for you and other farmers.
It has been expensive. On reflection, I think he believed that it had got out of control. He couldn't control it anymore, and it was something that had taken on a whole new life that was outside anyone's control. So it got too big, and he didn't believe it would ever die. It would always be there, and there would always be new circle makers, and there would always be new people who believe that people can't make circles.
Experts say there would not be patterns like these had it not been for the godfather of crop circling, Doug Bauer, who has died aged 94. He put this very Wiltshire phenomenon on the map. Robert Murphy, ITV News.
And some amazing creations there were as well. And staying in Wiltshire, some of the first people who lived at Stonehenge were Welsh, according to new scientific research. A study of cremated bones found at the site has found remains belonging to people from the same part of Pembrokeshire as many of the stones. It follows the discovery that bones leave chemical clues about their origin despite being burned at high temperature.